What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLB Games coming at you with another cool video. We're back in Planet Coaster 2 in Midwest Adventure, and we're back in the Dark Ride, Log Flume Dark Ride, which I'm pretty excited for, honestly, to see where this goes in. Even though it's not like a huge Dark Ride or anything like that, I'm pretty excited, honestly, after doing these first few scenes in the ride, because, like, as simple as they are, it's just, I don't know, really cool, especially at night or when you're inside the enclosed building. It just looks really cool with all the lighting and doing all the special effects and stuff. And we do actually do kind of an interactive scene here with some moving sections and some triggered events with lights, and also using some of the new pieces that allow us to animate current scenery. So we do use the moving platform here, and we're going to use it on a one of these boats that is going to come down from the rock structure and kind of like startle the guests from below, like it's hovering over them. And it's also going to get like a spotlight and everything. And since we do have nice dark interiors, we can actually hide it in the darkness, and then when we're ready for the boat to see it, we can actually light it up as it goes down. And also wanted to do kind of like a little spinning barrel as well, to also kind of show off, just to kind of show the haunted aspects of the ride, since we are theming it to a ghost. It is basically a ghost ride, so we are going to be theming it with some ghostly events as well. So this will be right before we head into the lift hill. So we are going to add some water elements here and there, and I'm pretty excited for where this is going, because we do get to, right before we get to the lift hill, we're also going to do kind of like a waterfall scene. And I was messing around quite a bit with the event sequencer here, or the ride sequence for the triggered events. And I also wanted to put these red glowing eyes throughout the ride too, to kind of as a little Easter egg, and you can spot the ghost throughout the ride. And we'll probably do some cool grand finale for them as well, to give everyone a nice good scare. But yeah, what's really exciting about doing these dark rides is just setting up all the lighting and all the scenes, and everything is actually really cool. And you can see how the eyes just kind of glow and everything. I wanted to put like some sort of light that utilizes, or that kind of like spotlights onto the boat, and as you go by it. I did make a mistake here. I was placing all of these lights down, and I forgot to realize that I was still selected on the moving platform, so they all animate with the moving platform. So I had to go back and redo the lighting here afterwards, because I was like, oh darn, I accidentally had those connected to the moving platform rather than being on their own. So we don't want the moving lights, but it did give me kind of spark an idea with that mistake, saying we can actually animate like the lights as well, and they can kind of go anywhere they want as well. So I thought that was kind of cool, and gave me the idea to put a light on the boat itself. That way it does light up as it goes by, and we're going to kind of showcase all of those as well. So pretty neat segment here. And yeah, so just have that foresty vibe that we do have, of course, with the river and everything. And of course you'll see me once in a while go to other rides and tend to them, since we are doing this is a franchise, and we do have to worry about like management on some stuff as well. And we're going to continue with these like cool logs and everything. I wanted to do one of the water effects where like the water's turned on and then it turns off right before you get there. So I wanted to make sure I had one of those right before the lift hill. I thought a lot of log flumes have that with their lift hills, and I figured why not put one here, because it was, it makes sense, you know, right before it goes up the lift hill, you're like, oh no, is it going to turn off, you know, and it usually always does. I do know a few that actually don't turn off, and you actually get drenched from it, but because you have that moment like, oh, that's surely going to turn off, and then it doesn't end up turning off. But in this case, we do go ahead and make sure it turns off before the boat gets there, to give them a little bit of that scare, and it kind of helps with like the haunted vibe as well. Like, oh, the water just stopped as we got to it, you know. So, and then we're gonna go up this cliff. I did want to go through and add some audio around the ride as well, and add some like ambient noises, some sound effects, and music that you'll hear throughout the ride, which is pretty cool. And you might have heard it in the opening shot at the beginning of some of those sounds. So they do have a decent selection of some of these things. Hopefully we get more, obviously, later on through updates, and hopefully sooner rather than later we'll be allowed to do custom audio, because I feel like custom audio just makes dark rides so much better, because you'll be able to do your own custom sounds rather than only being limited to what the game has. Because if you have custom audio, you're not limited to anything, and you can use literally anything you want, and you can import it into the game. It has been confirmed that it is coming to Planet Coaster 2 in a later update. They have not confirmed yet, I believe, that if it will be in the December update on the 12th. Hopefully it will be. I hope so. Maybe they just forgot to mention that it will be, because it was one of those things that they announced that will be in a future update, and everything else has been confirmed to be in that future update except for custom audio. So hopefully it is planned to have that in the 12th. I feel like it wouldn't be hard to implement as long as they get the bugs fixed out, because in Planet Coaster 1, the custom audio was a bit buggy and it didn't always work properly, so hopefully they can get it right here in Planet Coaster 2, and I just hope we get that in general, because that would be just nice to have, and it will be even more fun to do dark rides. I've been wanting to do dark rides so much lately that I think this is my... we did the first one, we did that dark ride series, the mythology dark ride, and I have been working on just some random ones off screen just for fun, as kind of like doodling, and this is kind of like my next major one. So yeah, it's been going pretty good, and I've been wanting to do more and more. So, and this is again just another simple one. I can't wait until I do like a more complex one, and like say my Epic Universe inspired park when we do get that started. So I think I'm gonna wait to start that park until we have a few updates under our belts, maybe a DLC or two, but we'll have to wait and see where kind of the game goes, because I would hate to start it and then like some new stuff come out that would have been nice to have beforehand. But I wanted to continue on with a little bit some realism here in parts, and have like these air ducts kind of going through that parts that the ride that you will not really see, because it will be really dark and these aren't going to have like lights on them. So like the ceiling and like a lot of different backstage stuff that you don't really notice while you're on the ride because of how dark it is. So just little pieces like that on the ceiling, because I think they're nice touches to have, just to kind of add a little bit more realism to your ride and give your ride a little bit of some more behind the scenes pieces to it. So but we also do some of the pathing for the exit, and we also do the queue line as well. I don't add any like I don't do like a themed queue just yet. We're gonna do that later, but I wanted to get kind of like the queue and the pads kind of established, and that way I kind of have an idea where they're gonna be, so we can work around those when we do get the building to that point. So yeah, we do some switchbacks here. I think this part we're going to have on the inside, and then the last part of the queue, I think we might have a small outdoor queue as well. We'll just see. And then of course I did want to add a priority pass to this ride. That way we have both, and we do square off those edges as well. And it's right next to the Phantom roller coaster, so I've been asking you guys what I should do for the next coaster, and I think it's been overwhelmingly the same answer, and that is an Aero mine train that kind of works with this theming, and it could be like a ghost mine train, which would be kind of a cool theme, I think, and it would work really well, and it would give the park a nice classic Aero coaster, which I think would be cool. I did test out something with the lighting here, because I didn't know or remember or could tell if like these would cast shadows. I thought it would be a cool idea to cast like a shadow based off of like the guest statues, but unfortunately they do not cast any shadows, which is a little bit disappointing when using lights, because I think it would have been a really cool effect to kind of have a silhouette just kind of show up on the wall. But unfortunately, I had to can that idea, unfortunately, and we're gonna have to figure either something else out or just leave it blank for now. But yeah, and then we have the lift hill here, which is not going to be super heavily themed, just mostly like all this rock work around until we get up into the top of the hill. So where we're going to do our next few scenes, and then we'll have the splashdown, and then the end of the ride. So the splashdown will probably have the coolest effects, but yeah, that's about what we get done in this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe for more amazing content like this, guys. And we'll be back with more Midwest Adventure very, very soon. So we have a lot more coming, and I've been having a blast with this ride so far. So definitely see that you'll definitely see that content coming out pretty quickly, most likely. So because I've just been playing on this pretty non-stop almost every day lately, so but I'm sure you guys aren't complaining about that. So I hope you guys again enjoyed. Make sure you have a great day and cool tomorrow, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.